Hi, Thomas. Hi, Paul. Nice to have you here. We are Jakarta Cinema Club, community media. We all usually talk about films and books and anything in between, actually. Our podcasts and articles often talk about the French cinema, the movement, and the philosophy, of course. So, you've been here for a couple of days now. We are sure you have been to many festivals and early screenings for your films. How do you compare Jakarta audience to that in French, based on the few days you're here?
Um, uh, the audience was quite excited here, and the debate was really amazing. And people express easily their feelings, so it was comfortable for us and exciting to see how they receive the movie.
Yes, I felt really like the audience was really liked to go on this adventure with the story and went far in all the family story.
Beautiful. Okay, and the animal kingdom, human mutation, body horror. So usually this kind of topic, many filmmakers put it into like the horror perspective, right? We talk about the Fly, for example, by David Cronenberg, and then Species, for example, from the 90s. You could easily convert your story to horror, but you we see it as audience. You convert it to a family drama. How did you decide to uh, to go with this story?
Um, to be honest, this there's an hybridation of genres in the movie, and that's at the origin of my desire of making movies. I like to mix genres. So yes, there are family dramas. There's also comedy, a few body horror, fantasy, thriller. There's a lot of things in the movie. But at the first degree, what I wanted to do was to portray the life of a young man and to see what happened in the transmission process between a father and son, and to take time with that because I love characters in cinema. And sometimes with a genre movie, you have no room for characterization. So I wanted to be precise, and I wanted the movie to be full of emotion.
So a mix of everything. You mentioned Jaws before.
Sorry,
You mentioned Jaws before.
Jaws.
Jaws the movie.
Oh, I like Jaws.
You did-
No, I did not mention it, but I like this movie.
All right.
Genre.
Oh, genre. Okay.
Yeah, genre.
All right.
Genre.
Genre. Okay. Okay. Maybe we go with Paul now as an actor. Actually, this film is about you, right? The central character. It's about a boy who hold the secret uh, of turning himself into a mutant. But at the same time, you also have the urgency to seek for the mother, the lost mother, right? Uh, how do you like as an actor portray this kind of condition?
Mm, it was really about my character, about a boy who discover himself, and in a very intimate room, and then he deal with his all those changes with his father, with his friend Fix, but also at school with a girl, and he is hiding a lot himself at the beginning, and then he's growing his strength, the power of his difference in the forest, and so then he find his strength, but it's a long way because he first hide a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's difficult to hide that emotions, right? Because at the same time, well, the father character in the film is trying so hard to protect you from the others. I see it as a human cruelty, so animal cruelty. Any special method for you during the preparation?
It was really about observing myself really precisely and some point, and feel something changing in the body. But then it was really about also being with the other actor, Romain Duris, and building the building the relationship at two between the father and the son.
Okay.
I would like to ask Thomas, since this movie mainly revolves around the relationship between a father and son, is there something particular about a father and son relationship that interests you as a filmmaker? Are you drawn to those types of stories? I just would like to know, why did you choose to tell the story primarily of a father and son?
Yes, what is I think it's fascinating bond between a father and a son. There's something about unconditional love, and also we know as a fathers that you have to leave your children make their own choice, make their own lives. You expect a lot of things, and you are always wrong about what your children are becoming. This is very interesting for me. But above all, what I find interesting is the way the children are able to learn something to their parents. I think the transmission link is work in both direction, and in the movie, obviously, Emile learned from his father, but on the contrary is correct too. François evolves a lot at the contact of his own child, and that's like a black box I wanted to enter.
Are you a father yourself?
Yes,
Have your children watched the film?
yes.
Okay. What did they think of it?
My boy was actually terrified by the idea of doing going of the idea of leave the family. But both of my kids were really moved by the story and by the relationship between François and Emile.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, interesting. There's a scene. The spoiler alert. The I think almost the end of the film, the integration scene where the father and the son are in the same room, and the son finally like almost reveal himself as a mutant, and then well the father decided to punch the police, and the father and the son left. So the family wins. Actually, humanity wins. How do you see yourself as a family man, seeing the story of in this film?
I think sometimes maybe there are rules that qui emprisonnent les personnes qu'on aime, et il y a des règles, des lois qui emprisonnent les personnes qu'on aime, et donc à ce moment-là du film, le personnage du père obéit aussi à son instinct, qui est de sauver son fils, afin de l'emmener sur la bonne voie, quoi.
Oke, jadi di sebuah society itu pastinya ada peraturan kan. Nah, di sini ayahnya itu dia menuruti peraturan sendiri, yaitu untuk menyelamatkan anaknya.
Et à ce moment-là, le père, il obéit à son cœur, et pas aux lois et à ce qu'on attend de lui.
Jadi bapaknya menuruti hatinya, bukan menuruti hukum.
Et peut-être que c'est le plus important à ce moment-là.
Itu yang paling penting, pesan paling penting diambil dari film tersebut.
Okay, back to the cinema in general. We are at Festival Cinema Prancis, right? We all know France has undergone some several cinema movement from the silent era, the impressionists, the new wave, the post new wave, the left bank. How do those movement impact your treatment or your style in general, and how do you foresee the French cinema?
In many ways, I think as an artist, you can feel the influence of the past and the work of previous filmmakers. It's the influence of the new wave, for example, is very strong in France because almost every directors write their own script, for example, and we call in the international market you talk about directors and script writers. In France, we talk about authors, and authors of movies are people who write and direct it. And it's very important to the new wave has generated like an entire ecosystem of production about independence, freedom of creation. So I feel that in many ways when I work when in my relationship with TV channels, with producers, and it's very good. It's very comfortable.
So now it's very common to have both director and writers in the same film, right? I mean, you talk about the French New Wave. How do they influence you? Going back to my previous question about the horror itself, because I said you could easily convert this film into horror, right? But you didn't. Are you into horror?
Not so much. Not so much. I'm into emotion, and I like character-driven stories. So I want to shoot my stories in their look. And I like when I can relate to a story, and sometimes with unique genre movies, whatever they are, I feel like comment on dit emprisonné, un peu cloisonné.
Merasa terkungkung, feeling imprisoned,
Yes.
feeling closed.
When every scene is on the same register, on the same tone, I get bored.
So you want to keep it. You want to keep the dynamic of the.
Yes, and I
film.
want people to feel various emotion during the movie. And when you edit the movie, it's really cool to have acceleration, moment of contemplation, action, thrilling parts, and all that. So I think more the language is various, more the movie is pleasant for me.
Could you name some of your favorite filmmakers, especially the ones that do this kind of like mixing genre in their films? Like, are they mostly French filmmakers or non-French filmmakers?
Not so much. I think the most talented one in this perspective is obviously Bong Joon-ho. Because you can laugh and cry in the same in 10 minutes. You have very thrilling scenes. The direction is really high level, and you have always a political point of view. So I think his film, from Memories of Murder to Parasite, are really great.
Interesting. You're into Asian cinema. uh, Back to the Animal Kingdom. I think you guys translate the convey the message well, because you said you want to mix all kind of emotion. One time, you could hear the audience laugh at some scene that is actually not. I don't know if you intentionally put it into like a comedy, but people laugh. But at the same, in the next 5 minutes, people could be terrified of the grotesque image of the creature trying turning into mutants. So my question would be, what's your mood board during the development? Any films or books that could be essential when you write this film, this story?
Initially, there was a lot of pictures from other movies, and more we advance in the process. I replace it by contemporary art, and we worked a lot with contemporary artists like Patricia Piccinini or Ron Mueck, like sculptors and visual artists who dealing with the skin, with the air, with the texture and mutation. Also because I wanted a realistic point of view, not a fantasy one.
Can you talk a little bit as well about the creature designed in the film? How was that process of developing the design? Because there are so many of them and so different.
We worked from we worked from the center of the design is the body of the actors. We work from that point to makeup and prosthetics, animatronics, robots. We mix with CGI. We tried to have a very mixed balance of various effects to have the most organic perspective.
Very nice. Maybe the same question for Paul. The mood board during the development of your acting practice for the movie. Any specific actors or films or books or plays you consume during the production?
Yes, maybe the River Phoenix in Running on Empty, who is hiding a lot, and who is at a point of his life where he have to choose to leave his family for his life, and also he's growing a passion for piano during the film. And also The Fly of Cronenberg was a movie that I watched that I do remember a lot for the transformation of the actor who is at the beginning really human. At the end, he is really a fly, but he's really human, and the fly exists at the inside, and like his desire changed, and everything is changing inside. Also, it was interesting. And then I think I yes, I watched a lot also of people and animals, the way they move and.
So you do observations for like in nature, of course,
Yes.
for the production.
Yes. Yes. Also, yes.
Interesting. We mentioned the Fly by David Cronenberg a lot in this session. We also love that film because uh, as an audience to see the actor transforming as like non-human creature, it takes something for audience to have this emotion involved. So I think you guys made it well. So to close this session, at the beginning we asked you the 3 French films any Indonesian should watch. Do you have it in mind now? Maybe start from
As you
Paul
want.
first.
Paul?
Hmm.
Three
Three,
French
it's It's difficult, but I'd say maybe Regarde les hommes tombés of Jacques Audiard.
Does it have an English title?
Watch how men are falling. Down.
Then I said maybe Les 400 coups, François Truffaut. 400 blows. Ça? Oh, je sais pas.
Oui, ou hits, je sais pas.
Yeah, 400 posts.
And finally, maybe
I know it's difficult.
yes, this is difficult. And yes, maybe À nos amours, Maurice Pialat.
Okay. Very nice. What about you, Thomas?
I was thinking about 3 movies about youth.
Youth.
And the first one was 400 blows, so I put it away. I let you the François Truffaut movie, but maybe L'enfance nue, Naked Childhood, by Maurice Pialat, Life of Jesus by Bruno Dumont, and Le Péril Jeune de Cédric Clapiche with Romain Duris.
Great. Okay. I think thank you for the session, Thomas and Paul. Good luck with the films and for your future projects as well. Any last message for Indonesian audience before you back to France?
No, I don't have an idea.
And
enjoy the French Film Festival.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, and enter the forest with enter into the forest with Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.